video. On today's video, as promised, I am going to be going over how to set up your Calltools dispositions, your call dispositions, and how to kind of fix and mess around with your sales funnel here. So let me just check something real quick. Okay, so when you're in the dialer and you're talking to your leads, whether it's you or your virtual assistant, they are going to be calling a lot of people. And what the call disposition does is it allows you to separate every single person, basically put everyone that you speak with into a box. So if you talk to someone and they say, hey, this is the wrong number, this is not Sally, then you're going to mark that person as wrong number, and the system is no longer going to reach out to that person again. Or you can mark them as not interested if they just said, hey, I am Sally, but I'm just not interested. Or you can schedule a call back scheduled. I don't use that one. Another one that I'm going to show you guys how to add is call back disposition. So if someone said, oh yeah, just call me back, then I like to literally just call them back. I put them in that call disposition so we can call them back later. Or if they we were talking and the line just cut off, they got disconnected for whatever reason and we don't know why, then we're going to put that person on call back so the system can call them back in an hour or so we can figure out if they're interested or not. So let's go through these call dispositions. There's a lot here that I don't use, and you shouldn't. Just be very simple and keep this like minimalistic and don't have many of dispositions, because I just try to keep it simple. So no contact, I don't really use that one. Left voicemail, I don't use that one at all. Not interested, I always use that one. Customer hang up, I don't use that one either. Well, actually, we can use that one or whatever. Callback scheduled, I don't use that one. Appointment scheduled, I don't use that one. Reason I don't use these is because this is a dialer for my virtual assistant just to figure out if they're interested. Then I'm going to go ahead and call them with, the real price and all that stuff and walk them through the sales process. But my VA is not going to be making any sales process through here, so not interested, customer hang up. Sale made, I guess you could put sale made, if you close them before or it's someone you're already working with. Sale made, wrong number, call failed, I don't use that. Do not call. Now, do not call is literally the DNC. Now, the difference with DNC is for anyone that wants to sue you and tells you, hey, you call me again, I'm calling my lawyer or whatever. That's the person that falls into DNC. You never want to call them again because they're clearly not interested. They're not the wrong number. They just do not want to be bothered. So, DNC. So, not interested, customer hang up. I'm going to edit this to call back. Call back later. Call back again, something like that. It's really not that serious. So not interested, we're going to edit it. Not interested, no contact made. Okay, that's good. Wait, what the hell happened? Oh, delete. So call back again. Wrong number, you're going to edit your wrong number and wrong number should have no contact made. This means that if it calls this number and they say they're not the right person, it's going to remove that number, but it's still going to continue to call the next number that you mapped out when you uploaded your list. So if you have two numbers per person, then if it called the first number and the first number is wrong, it's going to go ahead and proceed to call the second number. So have this checked out. Save. Now, sale made. For me, I personally could just say, close deal. Like, close deal. This is someone that I already spoke with, and I'm really, already closed on their house, or already sold them the product. Wrong number. Now, depending on what your business is, you can get as creative as you like. But for me, I'm in wholesaling real estate, so I really don't have to have all that. I just need interested, not interested, and call back, and wrong number, and all that stuff. Anyway, you can even have an interested. That one is really good to have. You could do yes, interested. Now, let's go with the ones I have. It's not interest, call back again, close deal, wrong number, do not call, DNC. So those are the only ones you need. Now we have our call dispositions. We're gonna go into our sales funnel, and I love messing around with this thing. Now, this is basically your sales funnel. This is what runs the show, pretty much. So, as you can see, this is outbound call, not live catch-all. What this means is, if anybody that comes through the dialer and they don't pick up, or they just hang up, well, if they don't pick up, it's going to call them. The first time that they don't pick up, it's going to call them after 1 day. And then the second time they don't pick up, it's going to call them after another day. Third time, call after another day. So this is fine. What we're going to do is add a new rule. So, agent call dispositions. Here is where the system is going to pick up what those dispositions are for. So, call back again. You got to put call back 1, action, call after 30 minutes. Let's do 30 minutes. So what this is saying is, if we marked a seller or whoever we talk to as a callback disposition, it's going to call them after 30 minutes. Now, I like to duplicate this rule and do 2. If we call them again, we're going to do another 30 minutes. And if we call them again and they still don't pick up, and we mark them as call after, then it's going to do hours, 1 hour, and duplicate 4. Keep in mind, it has to go in order, because these are rules, okay? So you can't do agent call disposition, call back, 4th call, because the rule is not going to work, because it still needs your first call, the second call, the third call, and the 4th call. Hope that makes sense. You need to have it in order from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, depending how many times you want to do it. You can't just make it and then put 4 without having the first, second, or third, because the system is not gonna, it's gonna ignore that rule and it's not gonna count. So 1 day, save. Now, what this is telling us is, it's gonna, if we put this person on a callback the first time, it's gonna call them 30 minutes. If we put them again, it's gonna call them after another 30 minutes. And if we talk to them again and they say, yeah, call me an hour, whatever, call me later, it's gonna call them after 1 hour. We should probably make this 1 day, just to be on the safe side. Okay. Now, another agent call disposition that I like is where is it? It's not here. It's literally not here. Okay, let's go back to our call dispositions, and we're missing the not interested. Wow, how could we miss that one? Not interested. That's the most important one, because most people are going to be not interested anyway. Sales funnel, edit, Now we're gonna edit. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I gotta erase all our work. Anyway, agent called disposition, not interested. After the first time and they said they're not interested, you're gonna tag. No, you're not gonna create a tag. You're gonna nope, not that one either. You can just do not call. But the thing about that, it's gonna put them on the do not call list. So honestly, this is fine, because let me show you guys something. So when we go into your campaigns here and you go into your settings, where is it that I wanted to show? Oh, I'm having a brain fart right here. Oh, right here. Your live filters. Your live filter is going to help you out with that. So, last call disposition, not interested, and if they said they are interested, that too. That way it doesn't call those people back. And here in your last call disposition, you're going to add call back again. Ta-da! So let me explain what this means. This is the system for you. So back then, Calltools had buckets, and this is pretty much a new way of what they're trying to do. So this filter is going to work kind of like a sales funnel works, except it's just so much easier to understand. So target here is saying that in this list, it's going to call these people. It's going to call this list, which is using the tag to identify the list. And then it's also going to call back people that were put into your call again disposition. Now, since we already have this as a rule in our sales funnel, we don't really need it because our sales funnel is going to do that for us. But down over here where it's saying, okay, what numbers do you want to exclude? What numbers do you not want in the campaign? You can have your tags, a specific list that you don't want in the campaign, or you can have a specific disposition that you don't want in the campaign. So, what you don't want in the campaign are these obvious dispositions. Any person that you've marked as wrong number, well, you can take out wrong number. You don't need that one there because we already have a sales funnel for it. We already have something for that. So the only one that you would need here is the do not call, the DNC, or the not interested, and then the yes. These are people that you don't want to call again. So if I spoke to someone and they said, I'm going to call my lawyer, this and that, and you mark them as this, you want to make sure you're not reaching them again. If they said they're not interested, you want to make sure that this person is removed and not called back from the campaign. And if they say, yes, I'm interested, I want my salesperson to go ahead and take this person and put it into our CRM system. So I don't want this person to be called again. I want someone from our acquisitions team to reach out. So we don't want to, if we mark them as interested, I don't want to keep calling them again and asking them, hey, do you want to sell your house? Like, yes, they already said they want to sell it. Now we got to move them up to the next level. So this is why I put them there. You're going to save that. Now, the reason I didn't put wrong number there was because in my call disposition for wrong number, I have that it's already going to do something here. Meaning that it already has a rule within that particular thing. So it's already going to remove that. It's going to delete that number for any outbound call. So it's already going to delete the number. And it's going to continue to call their numbers. So we don't need to have that in our campaign because it already is a rule here in our call disposition. Now, let's go into, oh shoot, hold on. Let's go into our sales funnel again and see something real quick. Agent call disposition, wrong number. Yeah, see? So there's no reason to put wrong number in our sales funnel because there's really nothing here that can help it. It already has a setting in the system, which is in the call disposition. See, there's nothing that would make sense for wrong number, because wrong number means taking one number out but still calling the rest. So it's very unique. You can't really put that in the sales funnel, and you can't put that in your campaign because it is already a rule. So I hope that makes sense. The only rule you are going to want to put here is it already has the outbound call, which is going to make sure it calls everyone that doesn't pick up. It's going to call them. It's going to call them one time, and then it's going to try again the next day. But for this, I want to change to 30 minutes. And then, 1 hour. And then it could do third day, another day, another day. So basically, we'll reach out to them every 1 day or something like that. Now, these are the only ones you want to have. The callback is the only one you want to have in your sales funnel, because this one, the system needs to know what it wants to do when you click this disposition, which is meaning it's going to call this person back because you don't know if they're interested or not, and you guys just disconnected. So you want to put them in that disposition, and you want to make sure it's in your sales funnel. So this is all you need in your sales funnel. It's not that crazy. So we went over what you put in your sales funnel. We went over the specific call dispositions that I have. Call back again, which is going to call them back. Close deal, which just means this person is already someone worked with, and it's a deal done. Wrong number, DNC list, yes, interested, not interested. And these all went in the campaign. The wrong number is already its own because of the settings here that we put. And callback again is going to be in our sales funnel. Okay, so I hope that made sense to you guys, and I hope that this video helped you guys set your sales funnel and not overthink it when it comes to your dispositions.